Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Simplified Basic Concepts. In this video, I'm going to discuss about types of plans. And the topics which I'll cover in this video are types of plans, strategic, tactical and operational planning, long-term, short-term and middle-term planning, standing and single-use plan, purpose or mission, objectives, policies, strategies, procedures, rules, programs and budgets. So the types of plans, here we will discuss about different types of plans based on three different parameters, and the parameters are based on the time frame. What are the different types of plans? On the organizational level, how can we divide the plans? And frequency, that is the number of times a plan is used. How can a plan be divided into different types? So let's begin with organizational level of planning. So if an organization, we need to divide the plans, that is the plans which are made at different organizational level, then there are three types of planning. The first is operational planning, second is tactical, and the third is strategic planning. As we see in the diagram, the strategic planning is the widest planning, that is the strategic planning is made for the entire organization by the top management. Then comes the tactical planning, which is under the strategic planning. Now based on the strategic planning, tactical plannings are made by different departments, right? And based on the tactical planning, the operational plannings are made. The strategic planning includes plans made to pursue long-term goals of the organization with the resources that are available in the organization. And the time horizon for these type of plans are 3 years or more. That is, after 3 years or more, the analysis will be done by the organization that whether the organization is able to achieve what was being planned in the strategic planning, and it is carried out by the top management. So the decisions which are taken in strategic planning are formulation of the mission for the entire organization, or identifying the business what the organization is in, that helps to meet the mission statement, or determination of the financial requirements of the organization, working out authority relationships in the terms of organizational structure, and allocating resources effectively. So these types of questions or these types of things are being tackled by strategical planning. Then comes tactical planning. The tactical planning is also known as intermediate planning. These planning specifies how the mission of an organization can be accomplished. The time horizon for these planning is 6 months to 3 years, and it is carried out by middle level management, which comprises of functional managers, product line managers and department heads, right? And the decisions best suitable for tactical plannings are product or services that needs to be added or deleted by the departments, or the size of capital investments required by the departments, the pricing of the products and services, the facilities, methods and systems that are necessary for a department, or withdrawing investments from or closing down of operations of the unprofitable departments or unprofitable products or services. So these type of decisions are taken under tactical planning. Now finally, the operational planning. The operational planning works out the basic details of how the specific tasks can be accomplished with the available resources. The time horizon for this planning is 1 week to few months, and it is carried out by lower level management, which comprises of unit managers, foreman, line supervisors, etc. The decisions best suitable for operational planning are deciding the production method, making effective marketing plans, organizational structure in terms of customer, product or region, and facilities required in office, factories, sales outlets, etc. So we see here a comparison between these three plans. Basically, what we have learned is the strategic planning is made by the top level management for long period of time, and this plan is related to the entire organization, like for what mission the organization is in, for what should be the products that they should be selling, and different things. Then comes the tactical planning. Now, tactical planning is narrower than the strategic plan, which is made by the middle level managers, and it is also called as intermediate plan. And the time duration for these type of plans is 1 to 5 years. Now, when the strategy for the entire organization is being made, then the tactical plans are being made by different departments. Now, in an organization, there are different departments. There are production department, marketing department. So, for these departments, the plans which are made, it is called as tactical plan. Now, the operational plan is the narrowest plan which is made by the lower level manager for the shortest period of time, which is less than an year. And this plan is made for a subunit of each department. So the strategic plan basically focuses on the external environment, that is the external factors which can affect the organization. Based on that, the strategic plans for the entire organization is made. The tactical plan whereas focuses more on the internal environment and a bit on the external environment, and based on that, the departmental goals are being set, keeping that in the light of strategic goals. And the operational plans only focuses on the internal environment, that is the internal factors that can affect the organization. Keeping that in mind, operational plans are being made for each subunit of the departments, right? Now, based on time frame, the plans can again be divided into long range plan, medium range plan, and short range plan. The short range plans are those plans that range from several hours to a year. The short range plans generally apply to specific time frame in which specific series of operations will be carried out, accessed, and measured by the organization. The middle range plan are those plans that focuses on the intermediate goals, such as it can be whether to open a new store or to open a new market by the entire organization. Now, these decisions are taken in the medium range plan, and these plan ranges from 1 to 5 years. It is a long time frame for the organizations to see if they are achieving real results. Then finally comes the long range plans. These are those plans that range for more than 5 years and outlines the path for company's future. Under long-term planning, management has ample time to make required adjustments to take necessary steps so that the organizational plan which is made is being achieved. And the top management is responsible for the development of long-term plans. It is up to the CEO or the top managers to make sure that changing conditions, both external and internal, are reflected, that is, are taken care of while making organizational long-term plan. So now if we compare these time-based ranges of plan, that is short-term, long-term, and middle-term plan, with the organizational level of planning, we can draw a simile between the long range plan and strategic plan, which is made by the top level management, medium range plan and tactical plan, which is drawn by the departmental managers, and operational plan or short range plan, which is drawn by or developed by the lower level managers. Now finally, the different types of plans based on the frequency or number of times they are used. Now some plans in the organizations are used again and again. These are called as standing plan, whereas there are few plans which are used only once. That is called as single use plans. So the standing plans are made to be used time and again. These plans are formulated to guide managerial decisions and actions on problems which are recurring in nature. Standing plans are also called repeated use plans because these provide guidelines for actions to be taken in future. These plans provide ready guidelines for tackling situations of recurring natures. And the standing plans include objectives, policies, procedures, rules, strategies, and mission of an organization. So when there is an organization, there are certain problems that keep on occurring in an organization, and to tackle these type of problems or these type of situations, certain plans are made by the organization. Now these plans are made once and these are kept on being used by the organization when the problems arise, and this plan is termed as standing plans. Then comes single-use plans. These plans are made for handling non-recurring problems. Single-use plans are also referred to as specific plans, since these are meant to solve a particular problem. These plans are formulated to handle non-repetitive and unique problems. Now, single-use plans cannot be used again and again because these becomes obsolete after achieving their purpose. And the example of single-use plans are programs and budgets. So, there are two types of situations which can arise in an organization, whether that problem is of recurring nature, that is, it keeps on arising again and again, or it is a unique problem. So when unique problem arises, then the plans that are used is called a single use plan, because to deal with every unique problem there should be a unique solution which cannot be used again and again. So the examples of single use plans are, as discussed, programs and budgets. Now this is a diagrammatic representation of the different types of plans based on frequency and what comes under standing plan and single-used plans. So let's start with purpose or mission. The mission and purpose is a standing plan of the business organization which defines the basic function or task of an enterprise. Now, an organization's purpose or mission consists of long-term vision of what it seeks to do and the reason why the organization exists. The organization's purpose or mission indicates exactly what activities the organization intends to do in future and what it wants to do presently. So the basic questions to be answered by an organization to know about its purpose or vision are: what business the organization is in, who are the customers of the business, what are its values and beliefs, and what will be its use or utility to the society. So the mission statement for an example of Facebook is to give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected. So this statement shows the reason why the Facebook is in existence, right? Then comes objectives. The objectives too are standing plans. These are prerequisites, that is requirement for planning. No planning is possible without setting up objective. Clear-cut objectives helps in proper decision making and in achieving better results. So the definition of objectives are the aims or purposes that organizations wishes to achieve over varying period of time. A managerial objective is the intended goal which prescribes definite scope and suggests direction to the efforts of manager. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Now, the objective of an organization could be to increase sales by 20%. So, the managers will plan all the activities of organization with this end objective in mind to achieve. Now, the objectives should always be SMART. SMART, S stands for specific, M is measurable, A is achievable, R is realistic and time bound. So these are the features of objective. That is, when the managers need to frame the objective, they need to keep in mind that the objective they are framing should be specific, it can be measured, achievable, and it should always be realistic, and this should always be a time within which that objective is to be achieved. Now, a strategy is a comprehensive and integrated plan designed to assure that business objectives are accomplished. A strategy is a plan that has three specific dimensions. First, establishing long-term objective. Second is selecting a specific course of action. And third is allocating necessary resources. So, definition of strategy is to furnish a framework for guiding thinking and action. Forming strategy is generally reserved for the top level of the management and actually defines all future decisions and company's long-term scope and general direction. So this is also a standing plan, and the strategy of an organization can be to improve customer service, or that there can be different pricing strategies for different products of the organization, or technological advancements that a particular organization wants to use as a strategy to get competitive advantage over its competitors. The policies. The policies are standing plans. These are general statements or understandings which provides guidance in decision making to various managers. So the policies basically define the boundaries within which decisions can be made, and these decisions are directed towards the achievement of objectives. So the policies are precise statements which contains a set of principles acting as guidelines for achieving the goals of the organization. Now, an organization can have a policy which says that no employee shall accept favors from any outside organization that are substantial enough in value to cause undue influence over one's decision on behalf of the organization. So this is one of the example of workplace policy which says that its employee cannot take any substantial value of thing from the outsiders so that they can give any advantage to outsider. Now, procedures. Procedures are details of actions or the guidelines for the achievement of business objectives. It explains a specific action plan for carrying out a policy. And the definition of procedure is, it is a series of steps taken together to achieve a desired result. So the procedures are described in a chronological order. So when the employees follow the instructions in the order, the success of the activity is pretty much guaranteed. Now, example of the procedure can be there is a particular procedure of admission of a student in a college. The procedure starts with filling out of an application form. It will be followed by collection of documents and sorting the applications accordingly. And then rest of the steps will be followed in the chronological order. So when there are certain steps which are being prescribed and it needs to be followed in a chronological order so that the specific action is being carried out, that is called as procedure. Now let's see the difference between procedure and policy. The procedure is a systematic sequence for an activity or a task which is predefined by the organization, whereas policy is a precise statement which contains the set of principles that acts as a guidelines for achieving the goals of the organization. So policies are basically guides to thinking and procedures are guides to taking actions. Policies are guidelines for taking decisions and it helps in decision making, and procedures consist of various methods to accomplish each phase of work. The policies offer scope for interpretation, whereas the procedures are tailor-made and they do not offer any scope for interpretation. The procedures are very rigid, whereas the policies are flexible and they allow exceptional changes in certain situations. Now the rules. Rules create an environment of discipline in the organization. Rules allow No room for flexibility at all. They are final, and all the employees of the organization must compulsorily follow and implement the rules. Not following the rules have severe consequences in the organization. So if we're going to define rules, the rules are very specific statements that guides the actions and behaviors for all the employees of the organization. Now, program. Program is a single-use plan. It is a sequence of activities designed to implement policies so that the objectives are accomplished or achieved. It is devised, that is, it is made to meet a particular situation. Programs may be taken as a combination of procedures, policies, rules, budget, tasks and assignments developed for specific purpose of carrying out a particular course of action. So program is a gist of all the standing rules so that this single use plan is being made. Now separate programs are prepared for accomplishing different tasks. The same program may not be used for achieving other goals. It is a single-use plan laid for new and non-repetitive activities. So, program means a single-use comprehensive plan laying down the what, how, who and when of accomplishing a specific job. Now, budgets. An organization's budget is a document that details the financial and physical resources allocated to a particular project or department. These are single-use plans because they are specific to a particular period or event. So, for different projects or for different departments, there are different budgets. That is why it is a single-use plan. Now, the budgets can be divided into two types. It can be a master budget and functional budget. So, the functional budget means for every department there are different budgets, which can be sales budget, production budget, and then the functional budgets can be purchase budget, cash budget, finance budget. And when all these budgets are combined, they make the budget for the entire organization, which is called as master budget. So with this, we come to the end of this topic, and in my next video, I'll discuss about steps of planning. So do like and subscribe my channel, which is Simplified Basic Concepts. Thank you.